Hello everyone, this is Noor Habat al-Baha, and today we're going to discuss guttural deletion, addition, and assimilation in loanwords. So from the title we have a few topics that we need to understand, and the first is what are guttural consonants, what are loanwords, and then we're going to discuss three processes which are deletion, addition, and assimilation. I'll be discussing the deletion, and then my friend Niveen will be discussing addition and assimilation. Now, first, we need to understand what are loanwords. And loanwords are words that are borrowed from another language, a foreign language, to compensate for the lack of this concept in the source language. So maybe in English there wasn't a word for an instrument that plays music. So we borrowed this word from Italian, which is piano. We borrowed the word sofa from Arabic, and then borrowed the word stress from French. And as you see, we borrow the word as it is, with the same spelling and almost the same pronunciation, but sometimes there are adaptations that take place in the pronunciation, and that's actually what we're going to discuss. And these adaptations take place just to familiarize the word with the target language that we're taking the word into. And this process happens a lot, actually, within the languages to fill gaps in vocabulary, because there are certain concepts that are in French, for example, but aren't there in English, or vice versa. So languages tend to borrow these concepts, borrow these words, to help fill in these gaps. Now, when borrowing a word from another language, especially the Arabic language, there are some consonants that are hard to pronounce in other languages, and these consonants are called the guttural consonants or the guttural sounds, and they include the pharyngeal and the laryngeal articulations. But first, to understand guttural sounds, guttural sounds are those that are pronounced from the back of the vocal tract. We have actually in English the k and the g are somehow considered guttural sounds because you can feel that they are pronounced from the very back of your vocal tract. However, in Arabic there are many guttural sounds like the ha, the kha, the ayn, the ghain, the hamza, and the h sound. So all these are considered guttural sounds. And when words from Arabic are borrowed into languages that lack gutturals like French, Spanish, Portuguese, these languages usually drop those guttural sounds or substitute them with other consonants or other sounds that are more familiar or that are more easily produced in the target language, like maybe substituting the ha with a h, or substituting the ayn with an a, or something like that. So these gutturals are hard to produce because the physical properties that we need to produce these sounds aren't there in other languages. So those other foreign languages find it increasingly difficult to pronounce such consonants because they actually don't have those physical properties in their own language or physical features. One of the processes that take place when borrowing a foreign word is deletion, and that is when you totally remove a certain sound from the word. And here we're more focused on guttural sounds or guttural deletion. So here we're focused on removing guttural sounds from the loan word because it's difficult to produce, as we said before. So when English language, for example, borrowed the word Arabi, they turned it into Arab. They totally removed the Ain sound from Arab into Arab, just to make it more familiarized to the English people, the target language. Also, the same thing happened with the French word set, when they took the Arabic word sab'a, and of course sab'a because it has a ta marbuta at the end, so it's something like sab'atun. So the French took it as set, totally removing the Ain sound. Now, other languages tend to maybe substitute the guttural sounds with another sounds that they have, but these examples were cases of totally deleting the guttural sounds. And one of the case studies that was made found that the French language totally removes the ha sound in all words. Like most of the time, some words are substituted, some words are assimilated, some words are or some sounds are deleted, but the ha sound in particular is totally removed all the time in the French language when borrowing from the Arabic language. And that was it with the deletion part. Thank you.
Let's explore together assimilation in loanwords. Assimilation is a linguistic process where foreign sounds are adjusted to match the phonology of the borrowing language. Such a process helps align borrowed words with the sound system of the new language, which ensures a smoother integration of the words in the target language. When a language borrows words from another language, it may adapt the sounds in these words to fit its phonetic rules. A common example for this is in the Arabic language. The Arabic language doesn't have the p sound. Instead, when Arabic borrows words with p sounds, like pizza, it substitutes the p sound with b, so it becomes pizza. This substitution and others similar to it is not random. It reflects Arabic's phonological structure, where b is the closest alternative to the p sound in that language. Another thing that's often adjusted to fit the borrowing language is the stress patterns. An example for this comes from English words borrowed into Arabic. English is a stress-timed language, which means stress is placed unevenly across syllables. However, Arabic is syllable timed, where syllables receive equal emphasis, meaning equal stress. This information means that when borrowing words from English into Arabic, those words may have their stress redistributed to match Arabic's rhythmic patterns. Such adaptations in borrowed words as these are not haphazard, they serve a deeper purpose. Assimilation preserves the linguistic identity of the borrowing language, ensuring that foreign words do not disrupt its natural flow or structure. This balance between integration and preservation is key to understanding how languages maintain their integrity while also evolving. To sum up this part before moving to the next, you should know that assimilation demonstrates how languages can adapt and evolve while still holding onto their unique identity. It's a testament to the interplay between tradition and innovation in linguistics. Now, let's turn to another process in loanword adaptation addition. As we've seen before, in assimilation, a language may adjust the sounds in a word to fit its phonological rules. In addition, a language also may insert extra sounds in the borrowed words to make it fit its phonological system, which makes the borrowed words easier to pronounce for the natives of that language. We are continuing with examples from the Arabic language. An example of addition is taken from the Egyptian dialect. Consider the English word America, which, when borrowed into Egyptian Arabic, it often becomes America, with a glottal stop sound added at the beginning. This change helps the word align with Arabic's phonotactic rules, because the Arabic system does not normally allow words to begin with a vowel. They often begin with a consonant or a glottal sound. That is why such words, when borrowed, are adapted to match these rules. Another frequent form of addition is vowel epenthesis, which occurs when extra vowels are inserted to break up consonant clusters, which would be difficult to pronounce in the borrowing language. An example for this is the English word suitcase, which might be adapted with the addition of vowels to make the pronunciation of it smoother and deal with the consonant clusters. In this process, the additions are not randomly placed. They are systematic adaptations that ensure the borrowed word conforms to the borrowing language's phonological structure. The linguistic process of addition highlights how languages prioritize ease of pronunciation and maintain the rhythm and phonetic patterns, even while integrating foreign elements. Keep in mind that addition showcases the creativity of languages in accommodating foreign words. It's a powerful example of how languages evolve, balancing influence from others with their unique phonological rules. And that was it for this video. Together, we looked at three processes in linguistics: assimilation, addition, and deletion. If you have any questions, make sure you write them in the comments. Thank you for watching.